Shalom, Israel, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, who the world called God, in the name of His Son, Yahawashi, who the world called Jesus Christ. And this video is going into who were Yahawashi and disciples healing. Who were they going around and healing and preaching the word to? Was they going around and just preaching the word to a specific group of people, or was they going around preaching the word and healing everybody? Because you have the Christians, mostly Christians, think that Yahawashi, who the world called Jesus Christ, was going around just healing everybody. Was just going around speaking the word to all the nations. They think you were just healing everybody. You see a so-called Edomite. You see Edomite sick. They'll think he healing them. You see an Ammonite sick. They'll think he healing them. But was he healing all the other nations that were sick, or was he just healing the Israelites? Let's see. Matthew 10:5 through 8. No, Matthew 10:5 through 8. These 12 Yahawashi sent forth, commanding them, saying. So he talked to the disciples. He said, "Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not." So he telling the disciples to go not into the way of the Gentiles. Don't be going trying to preach the word to the Gentiles, because it's not for them. We trying to wake Israel up. We trying to get Israel to understand that it's Israelites. That, like we doing now, like the Israelites, like we doing now the highways and byways, it ain't nothing new under the sun. We supposed to preach the word to our people, to tell our people that they God's chosen people, that they need to come back to the commandments. So he telling the disciples to go not into the way of the Gentiles. Don't go into the Gentiles, but go into the Israelites. Let's see. It's gonna say it. And into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So he telling the disciples to go into the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Cause that's our people. He want us to go into our people and wake our people up and heal our people. We wasn't dealing with the other nations. We wasn't dealing with them. So he want us to go into our people and heal our people and preach the word to our people. Tell them that the kingdom of heaven coming. Because the kingdom of heaven is for the Israelites. It's not for everybody else. Revelation 21:12 tell you that it's only 12. That it's 12 gates. It ain't no one big gate like the Christian church tell you. And when you go to the images of heaven, it's gonna show one big gate. But Revelation 21:12 tells you that it's 12 gates for the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. So how is heaven for everybody? How is the kingdom of heaven to come for everybody? And why would the disciples preach to all the other nations that the kingdom of heaven is coming? We don't have nothing to do with them. It's 12 gates. It ain't 18 gates for all the other nations. It's 12 gates. You feel me? So it says, "And as ye go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand." So when the disciples were going around saying that the kingdom of heaven was at hand, they was talking to the Israelites, because Yahawashi told them not to go into the way of the Gentiles. So whatever they doing when it says preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand, they talking to the Israelites. They going amongst their people saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Get right, repent. And it says, "Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely you have received, freely give." So when they were healing the sick, when they was casting out devils, they was casting out the devils and healing the sick of Israel, amongst Israel. When you had somebody, you might have had somebody of Israel that was sick and they died. The disciples was the ones healing them, raising them up from the dead. They wasn't going around raising the other nations. When the other nations died, they gone. The disciples weren't dealing with them. Or not dealing with them. And it says, "Freely you have received." It says, "Cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses." So that's it on that. Now I'm going to show you Matthew 15:24. To show you furthermore that he only sent for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He only died on the cross for the Israelites, and he only coming back for the Israelites. Point blank, period. So I got Matthew 15 and 21 through 28, when he called this Canaanite woman a dog. Let's get it. "Then Yahawashi went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil." So this Canaanite woman tried to come to Yahawashi. She probably heard all the miracles that Yahawashi was doing, how he was raising people from the dead, how he was healing people. So she tried to come to Yahawashi, begging him, "Please, can you heal my daughter? She's sick. She's sick." This is a Canaanite woman now. This is not an Israelite. This is a Canaanite woman. And it says, but he answered her not a word. He didn't answer her a word. So this Canaanite woman is crying to Yahawashi, saying, please, please, can you heal my daughter? Please, she's sick. She's going to die. She got a devil vexed in her. A devil vexed in her. And Yahawashi just looking at her. He didn't say a word. He didn't say, okay, let's do it, let's go, let's do it. He looking at her like, I'm only sent for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He not worried about her. And it says, and his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away, for she cried after us. So the disciples were trying to send her away because they knew that their goal was only to only to get the message out to the Israelites. They wasn't trying to heal the other nations. They already knew that. You feel me? Because Yahawashi just told them not to go into the way of the Gentiles, so they already knew not to mess with this Canaanite woman. But let's keep reading. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So he told this Canaanite woman, hey, I'm not sent for you. I'm not sent to heal your daughter. I'm only sent for the lost sheep of the house of Israel, my people. You feel me? That's what he told her. And they say, then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. So she worshiping him now. She probably bowed down to his feet. Lord, please, please help me, Lord, please. That's what she was doing. That she was worshiping him. But he answered and said, it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. So he called her a dog. He said he ain't worried about her because she a dog. She not an Israelite. So he calling her a dog. He said, it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. So he just called this Canaanite woman a dog. This is Jesus Christ now, the one that they paint the picture of. He loved everybody, or he always smiling, or he soft spoken. He just called this Canaanite woman a dog. And in the Bible too, he called I think it was Herod. He called this man Herod a fox. That's the insult. He called Herod a fox. That's like us calling somebody cussing at somebody. He called Herod a fox, but they don't show you that. They just they try to paint a picture like he was soft spoken. Come on, guys, follow me. Follow me if you want to be saved. They paint him like he effeminate. When you see that, when you watch those movies, those Jesus movies with the whole white cast besides Samson, that you know what I'm saying? You look at him like he effeminate. Like nobody not gonna fear that man. Would you fear that white man if he say he come back to save you? Would you fear him? He the police. That's a police. That's your boss. That's an Edomite. He running the whole world right now. So why would that same white man that had you in slavery come back and save you? You feel me? But they changed. They tried to effeminate. He made him effeminate. They made him effeminate. So it say and she said truth. So he just called her a dog, and she just said truth. She knew her place. She knew that she was below the Israelites. She knew that she was nothing. So that's why she said she had no problem with saying, in truth, Lord. Yet the dog eat of the crumbs which fallen from the master's table. So she wanted this little crumb. You know, she know that she not worth getting bigger things. Or getting, she not worth that stuff because it's only for the Israelites. So if she's saying, can I get a crumb? Can you please do me this little favor, please? I won't ask for nothing else. I just want this little crumb. Can you just please quickly heal my daughter? That's what she's saying. So when it says, then Yahawashi answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. So Yahawashi healed that Canaanite woman daughter because she knew her place. She knew that she was a heathen. She knew that she was nothing. She knew that she was a dog. You feel me? She was worshiping. She knew that the Israelites was above. She knew the Israelites was God's chosen people. So that's why he healed her daughter. But he wasn't just going around healing the other nations. He wasn't doing that. He only did that one time because she knew her place. She knew that she was a heathen. She said it out her mouth. She said truth. So she knew what was going on. So that's why he did that. Gave her that little crumb. He gave her that little crumb, that little favor that he did for her. But yeah, they just going into that. The disciples and Yahawashi was going around preaching to Israel. They wasn't going around to the other nations. The other nations, this is not for them. All through the Bible is Israel. Israel this, Israel that. Israel get the promises. Israel get the covenants. The kingdom. It's not for the other nations. This they heaven right here. These other nations, they own everything. These other nations own everything. Everything that you see the other nations own. We don't own nothing here. If we do have a business, we have to go to their places to get the stuff we need for our businesses. Feel me? So we don't own nothing here. These other nation heavens. Our heaven gonna be the kingdom of heaven that's coming. And we're gonna continue to rule. We're gonna always rule. It ain't gonna be no more, oh, we ruling, then they gonna start back ruling again. No. Once they done ruling, we're gonna be ruling forever. And the world gonna be in peace. You feel me? So I want to give all praise to the Most High, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, and I say shalom.